20 goons and ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do?
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Here's Austin. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did give 9 back on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10.
Ready? 50 to Mike. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll throw on 2nd down his stick. Going up top for Miller. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A huge play there for Arizona. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. On 2nd down, it's Stick. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. He tried to get something going there with a little toss behind the line of scrimmage. Unsuccessful. How
about the athleticism of the coverage, though? Being able to dance with him coming out of the backfield. That's not easily done. But not only did he dance, took it, wheeled, and went the other way. Ended up with 6 points for his team.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 2nd and 9, Stiff. Man open, it's Goodwin. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
I got you. Check it out. Check. Now.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On third down, it's Stick. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up. And oh, he coughed it up. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. The offense was in a tough spot. An opportunistic defense takes advantage. Get the turnover. They get the touchdown, too.
I know this is going to sound strange, but oftentimes defenses call for this type of a play in this situation. Offense is pinned back near their own goal line. They tell them, be aggressive, go for the football, create a score. That's exactly what they did.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The first scoring update now from Carolina. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down and 4, Cousins nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting has taken over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DJ Swearinger, a sack on the safety blitz. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Cardinals. Tony Pollard, 76 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll run on first down. Lawton, and running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge. Their D-line surge leading to 4th. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. It's Cousins on the sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
Cousins to throw it this time. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Terry McLaurin, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The extra point splits the uprights, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. 3rd down, they'll throw with stick. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Cousins on first down. And Woods has it complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now this throw caught left side. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. A first down throw for Cousins. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Draw play. It's Eckler. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from game. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on 4th down, Jim Tomsula says, hey, let's at least get 3 here. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder Are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set. 60 outlaw. 36. Hey, exit. 36. Come on, go.
A shotgun throw for Stick. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Five.
First down, here's Cousins. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, echo.
Throwing, Cousins. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. From the red zone now, Cousins. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Terry McLaurin, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
It's complete. It's Miller. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They're going to go play action now with Stick. He's going to take a shot at the... And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Touchdown, Cardinals! Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. On play action, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Cousins. He'll get this to Eckler. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big striking?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jordan Willis able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second down now, Pollard. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The throw over the middle, taken in, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. It's Eckler again, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Pollard again. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 39. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I'm going back to you.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd down, Pollard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Going to run again here with Pollard. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're going to. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Peyton Barber, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 1st down, Lawton. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Cousins now. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Cousins again. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll bring him back within a point. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit. Because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off. Because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Clear. Ready, go. Pick it up. Line 50, Mike, go.
On third down, it's Pollard. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a fourth down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Barber on 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Peyton Barber. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
And this offense needs a touchdown. A field goal won't get it done in this situation. But after giving up back-to-back sacks, things are looking a little bit bleak.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position.
Got it. 50's the mark. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Now.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Ready, set. Hey, 50. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Hey, watch the slant.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the 4th quarter. But a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But in the 4th quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit, right, that reserve tank. They hauled it out. Offense scored some points, defense held them, and lo and behold, they walk away with a win. Maybe expend a little more energy than they expected to, but they'll take it.
So for the Cardinals, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for our